Cousin Internet, it's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And we have a full house tonight here. We've got Cousin Ed.
Hello.
Cousin Ali.
Hello.
And Cousin Jason.
What's going on? What?
Ali,
Why?
why
What did I
did
do?
you bring him? Why?
Why? What did I
You
do?
said he would be all right as a third.
I swear to God, dude.
Ugh.
You
That's
could fuck
okay.
up a wet dream.
I think
Damn it.
Only for you.
if everyone stays, I'll adjust that audio. I was like, hey, do you want to check your mic? And Ed's like this. Hey, check. And then I go, here's Ed. Hello.
Sorry.
You put it right down your throat.
Yeah.
Like a good boy.
How you guys doing?
I'm all right. How are you? I'm doing all right.
I'm
all
fine
right.
too.
I was
Ed.
about to say,
Thanks for
how are
asking.
you? And then all of a sudden that fell apart halfway through the sentence. I was like, I'm all right. How are
Oh, you know what I have to do right out of the gate is I have to issue a retraction.
Oh.
So I was talking to Cousin Tony yesterday, and he said, "You said the Journey sang "Don't Stop" or "Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now," and I went, "No, it's Starship." And he's like, "On the podcast, you said
you did.
Journey."
I remember it.
And I was like, "Oh shit! No, I knew it because I said it to him. I was like, no, it's Starship. I love that song."
Yeah. You said you when I mentioned it, I heard you say it. Yeah, Journey, and I was like, no. And then, but then your next point was Journey. You were talking
right.
about the song, so I think it may have popped in your head a little too soon. Yeah. When you were talking to your ex assistant.
Yeah.
Well, life's about the journey, not the destination.
That song makes me think of one of my first wet dreams with Kim Cattrall in the movie Mannequin.
Kim
Yeah.
Cattrall.
That was
you were
your
dreaming
first
about
wet
Steve
dream was
Perry.
a woman who was frozen and you could do whatever you want to her.
Don't judge me, Todd.
And
I
we
still have those
can
dreams.
build this dream together.
Speaking of themes,
Oh.
Yes.
we have a themed show this evening.
We do have a themed show.
Well, you guys do.
Yeah, not on the podcast here, but
I
on the-
am thrilled to be in the audience tonight. I'm going to be enjoying the show tonight.
Yay.
But we're doing because today, as we're recording this, and the day that this podcast is released is Cinco de Mayo. Also, Revenge of the Fifth, the second day of the 2-day Star Wars celebration.
Now, I have to be honest with you. I've always heard it as Revenge of the Sixth.
That's what I thought it was too.
That's what Ali wrote, but it's 2 days in a row. It's
So I always thought it was. I thought it was the day, and then the next day was the Revenge of the Sixth, and that's what I always thought too.
No.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Fifth, and then I although I bet you because I saw everything I've seen online says Revenge of the Fifth. They said it's a 2-day Star Wars celebration, but there was a girl who made a post on TikTok that was like, May the 4th be with you, and she said Revenge of the Sixth, and she's like, but in all actuality, this is the May. And then I went into the comments, and everyone was like, it's Fifth, it's Revenge of the Fifth.
Yeah.
So I think it's a hotbed
I
debate.
think what it is Sixth sounds like Sith. Like it's
Well,
it's-
so does Fifth, but you're just
Not
changing
really, though.
one. You're changing one letter.
You're changing two letters.
Sith.
Oh, the F's.
Fifth. There's
F's.
two F's in with sixth that you're taking one. Like it just makes more sense for sixth.
Fifth.
There's two F's. F-I-F-T.
Oh, Fifth. You're right. I thought you were saying like at the very end, and I was like fifth.
Can't we
it
have
just makes more
both
sense.
days? Can't we have
No,
both?
because you're taking away an actual holiday. Like I'm like, yeah, let's do something for Cinco de Mayo, or we can do shit that white people like. Let's do that instead. I'm like, what the fuck? Had my one damn day.
White
no,
people
white
really
man
like
just takes
Cinco
away
de
from the
Mayo.
brown.
That's that's to be
This
fair.
has been your diversity moment.
This is the way.
And that's one to grow on. Oh, this is the way.
That's one to grow on. Wow, I haven't heard that one in a while.
The
That's a good
more
one.
you know.
So we're doing a mashup of
Yes.
Star Wars and Cinco de Mayo,
Genius.
which I think this is the only day that we can because it's not next year. I mean, we can do Cinco de Mayo. Oh, I guess it's always, but on a
always-
Friday.
It's always on the 5th.
Right,
No,
but
no,
it's
not
never.
always on- yeah.
This is like the first time that it's on a Friday for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Friday.
Friday.
Got to get down on Friday.
Okay.
That's all I know. No, seriously, that's all I know, guys. That's all I know. Rebecca Black's Friday.
Why did you bring your grandfather? I never get it.
Peepaw.
Peepaw.
Yes.
Tell us about what it was like in the before time, the long ago.
In the old days, we used to tie an onion to our belt because of the war.
And vampires.
Did you in the old days? Did you just call them the days?
We did. Yes, that voice just killed me.
I fought in WW1. Or did you see the Simpsons?
The Great War.
Yeah, no, in the Simpsons where they did a timepiece and Grandpa had just gotten back from World War One and he kept calling it World War One, and they said, "Why do you keep calling it World War One?" He went, "You'll see."
Yeah. I think we should show more love to Grandpa Simpson. I don't think he gets enough credit.
I love Grandpa.
Angry man shouts at cloud.
I mean, every time he's ever been on the show, it's you remember that moment. You know.
Well, then let's do this. Let's do round the table. Favorite Simpsons favorite Simpsons character.
Okay.
I think this will be tough.
No,
but
I know my favorite Simpsons.
Who's your
character.
favorite Simpsons character?
Mo.
Mo.
I love Mo. Mo's. I feel for him sometimes. He breaks my heart sometimes. He makes me laugh. He gets me angry. Mo's everything.
Okay. All right.
No, I can't argue with Mo. Mo's a good character. I'm gonna go with Ralphie Wiggum.
Nice
Yeah,
choice.
that's a good
Love
one.
me some Ralphie Wiggum.
Yeah.
Nice. I
Me
found a
feel
moon rock.
English? That's impossible.
Ah.
It tastes
time.
like burning.
That's where I'm a Viking.
I said, I found a moon rock in my nose.
One of my old startup sounds on my computer was, "My cat's breath smells like cat food." Jason, favorite Simpsons character?
I have to go with Marge because again, when I was younger, it was a sexual thing. She would, hold me.
You would like the
were
sound
like a
of women who
hormone
have
with
throat
legs.
cancer.
I was in high school.
Yeah, I was in high school too.
How does your wife keep up with you?
For Marge Simpson.
She wasn't in high school.
Hold
at the
on.
time. She was in, like middle school. Oh boy.
Give it to me.
Yeah. Oh, homie.
You sounded like Yoda trying to do
Give it to me. Give it to me. You must.
Oh, now I'm done.
I can give you some kerbopple. Ha!
Like my favorite character changes with the season. Like, there will literally, I'll be watching an episode and I'll go, man, Ralph Wiggum is just the fucking funniest thing on the show. But then there are times where I'm like, God damn, Mr. Burns stealing the sun, like is
a great, yeah.
and that was my plan. my plan was to, because listen,
Didn't you have a Duty humor sketch where you waged war on the sun?
it was the president declaring war on the sun. He just kept sending troops in he just kept sending troops in rockets to the sun.
Yes.
And at one point he declared victory during an eclipse, and he was like, "I got him when he was blinking." That was an allegory for the Iraq War.
What's your feeling about
So
talking about this?
wait. Let's not continue. Let's. What is your favorite? Who is your favorite?
Oh yeah,
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with right now, Krusty the Clown,
See, yeah.
because
they
again,
almost
Krusty,
made a spin-off of him, like a live action one.
a live action Krusty.
Yeah, with what's his name? The guy who does
Dan
his voice.
Castellaneta.
Dan Castellaneta dressed up as Krusty, and he would be doing like a late night talk show type thing, like a Larry Sanders type thing.
Yeah, if they did it like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, I would be down with that.
That'd be funny.
I don't want to see him live act. It was like I tried to avoid seeing them do their character voices for so long because it, like, once you see their face doing it, then on the show, like, that's all I saw.
Yeah.
And I saw Dan Castellaneta in an interview, and he immediately went into like every voice that he does on the
Yes.
show, and I was like, son of a bitch! Now that's all I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy
brilliant.
Cartwright messes me up with Bart.
Yeah,
Love it.
Yeah.
I love when she walks up to people that have like Simpsons
yeah.
gear, and she'll talk like Bart. You like Bart? Yeah. Oh yeah. And then
Yeah,
she'll start
and
talking, and they always say because no one knows who she is,
Yeah.
so they're like, "That's a really good Bart." Like, yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeardley
do
Smith though has the gig. She has to do one freaking voice, and she makes bank.
Yeah,
Because how are you going to do The Simpsons without Lisa?
exactly. And she's not even doing a voice. That's just her voice.
That's just her
Yeah.
voice. She's just saying her lines.
And she was on Herman's Head back in the
Yeah,
day,
she
wasn't
was.
she? Yeah.
She's been in a lot of movies too.
All right. So there's a controversial topic when it comes to The Simpsons.
Well, the Symptoms.
is it
I'll
the
tell
The
you right now.
symptoms.
What
the
are your
symptoms
symptoms?
is the Apu issue.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I left. They took the character off the show. Hank Azaria apologized to the Indian community.
And you know what the thing is comedy is always changing and evolving.
Yeah.
Watch Eddie Murphy Delirious.
Oh yeah.
That was so funny. And when you watch it now, you're like, oh, you
And here's
can't
the
say
thing,
that.
Here's the thing it's all optics. I know why he apologized. I don't feel he needs to apologize.
Hold on, get right up on that microphone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to apologize. This was a part of the times and how it was, and nobody it wasn't aware. So now we evolve and we change.
Yeah.
Just much like I don't
Acknowledge
feel-
it.
Yeah, I don't feel Eddie Murphy needs to apologize
Right.
about his material. It
What
was
Hank
what was going
Azaria
on.
already did. I mean,
Oh,
he
no,
already
yeah.
did.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think acknowledging it and going, hey, you know what? Like, that was different, but I've learned, or
Yeah.
we've learned,
We've learned. We're changing
and move on.
Yeah. Did you ever watch his new show, Brockmire?
it. Love Brock
So
Myers.
funny.
it.
Bro,
So
you
funny.
would like it. It's so
good.
good.
Is it new?
No, it's
I
not
mean,
a new
it's
show.
new
Yeah.
to me.
Oh,
I've,
okay.
I've been watching
Yeah.
it every now and then.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's
been around for
What's
like
it
5
on?
seasons.
It's like been on since 2015, 16.
But what
somewhere.
streaming service is it on?
HBO Max
Oh, okay.
Is it? I haven't seen it on HBO.
or
Max.
is it no Prime?
It might
Prime?
be. It might be on Prime. I don't remember.
Prime
I
or-
thought it was. I thought it was like I
Hulu?
thought it was only on like AMC,
no
one of those type things. Yeah,
Hold on,
but I haven't seen it.
I got my
I
brain in
haven't
my
seen it.
pocket.
Those
Yeah,
are the
Brock-
ones
Brockmire's
that
good.
like
You'd enjoy it.
That's great.
like those streaming services like AMC are the ones that it's like,
What is
God, there's like
Brockmire?
one thing that I'll want to
Exactly.
watch. I don't want to buy your whole
Nope.
service. Like,
No.
please
Just for that.
just bundle with someone.
Exactly.
IFC.
That's it.
Oh
Oh
my!
yeah,
see.
I'm gonna run right out
One of those.
and get that streaming
Yeah.
No, but
service.
it's free.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, maybe
that's
I
fine.
will.
Yeah,
IFC.
maybe.
Wait, are there commercials?
Yes.
Oh, fuck
Yes.
that. Fuck that. No.
I hate that. By the way, this podcast brought to you by Mama's Comedy.
Yeah. No, it's what is it? Simple Health or what are the oh god dang it. What is the mental health service that every podcast
Yeah, it's
BetterHelp?
BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
brought to you by BetterHelp. Actually,
Squarespace.
Squarespace. Yeah, that's another one. Squarespace is a big one.
so let's we can't be BetterHelp because that's an actual company. So we'll go Okay Help.
You know, if this show ever makes it
Adequate.
on the air, you might be sponsored by
Okay.
Squarespace.
So adequate help. I like adequate help.
Yeah.
I'm calling in adequate help. Hi. My name is Ali, and I'd like to. I need some help with mental issues.
Okay, how can I help you? What's the matter?
I'm just starting to feel a little down. I just wanted to know.
You
any
should
advice.
leave the duck alone. Don't be feeling that down. You see, a duck's feathers is called down. And if you're feeling your duck, then you're feeling down.
I'm sorry. Listen, Mr. Ali, I'm the supervisor. All of these calls are. It's not that they're monitored. It's everything is on speakerphone, so we can all hear. I'm sorry about the employee you just encountered. He's trying to do some stand-up comedy, and
I'm taking a class at SAC.
could you please repeat your problem that you're having?
I'm just feeling a little down. That's it. I'm getting some thoughts of I'm not suicidal, but I am. I'm just getting thoughts of maybe it'd be better if I weren't around.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Adequate help.
I mean, is this really the energy that you give off to your friends? Because that's kind of a downer, man.
Hey, that'd be coming off a duck's back.
All right, Ed, that's it.
You're really gonna feel badly
you
when
got
you
a
get
promotion.
The bill.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, that's my
Hey.
partner. We've been working on an act
We're
together.
both taking a
help.
class at SAC.
Yeah, we're taking class at SAC on stand up.
What were you going to say before we went back into the Simpsons thing, Ed?
Oh, about a poo. Your,
Oh, that
your
was it.
thoughts. Your thoughts about the Apu thing.
Yeah, I took a poo.
I'm sure you did.
Dude.
But should they have stopped his character? I mean, should they have taken
I
him
think
off
I
the
think
air?
it's right. I think
I-
I think we evolved as a
Yeah.
society.
What about
Well,
Cleveland?
I think it would have been good to just change the voice, like just
Right.
bring in someone who can do the
Indian
voice.
actor.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but you're still playing up that stereo. It's like Bumblebee Man.
right. But what I'm saying is like, don't do the voice the way cartoonish. Like,
Right.
make a genuine.
I know, but I
You know,
mean,
the guy who Bumblebee Man is based off of just died. He was
Yeah.
like one of the longest running children's television hosts in the world.
Yeah.
Like he had the longest running show, and he just died like maybe 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Aye.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's just the voice. I think it's that he's running a convenience store. You know, it's the 7-Eleven stereotype. It's the, that was squishy. Thank you.
just being
Come
a
again.
neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, if he was an Indian neighbor, if they were like, hey, he lost the store.
Yeah.
Then sure, bring him in because he was a great character.
No, he's great. I love
You
him.
know, another character that would make complete sense running the local store is somebody like the comic book guy, but only he has like his evil nemesis, the convenience store guy, and they almost look alike. Like, you know, like Maggie and Baby Gerald,
Right.
Like they have their polar opposites, and I can see like Apu moves out and sells the Quickie Mart to this guy,
Yeah.
Jeff Albertson, whose comic book guy's real name.
Wow.
He'll be like Albert Jefferson or whatever,
Right.
And he'll be like his cosmic opposite.
You kind of brought up another interesting issue, which is the Cleveland show or Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, they don't. Who does his voice now? It's still a white guy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but here's where I go. Well, that's now you're in a tricky slope because Cleveland was a throwaway character, and the show was so. I mean, we say low budget, but I mean, it was everyone who was on staff was doing multiple voices, and if you have one guy coming into the room and you're like, okay, yeah, this is how I'm going to do that voice. You do that voice, and then all of a sudden that character takes off. So when they did the spinoff show, he was the only, I think, white person in the cast, I believe.
But here's the thing. Here and I will say this is not the opinion of Mama's Comedy Show. This is my own opinion. So if you want to cancel somebody, it's going to be A. Ali Flores. But I am not afraid of that because I'm not famous. Who the fuck knows me? You can't cancel something that's not there.
Who also
So here's the
teaches
thing.
classes at SAC.
Thank you for ruining that part, putting that up there when I'm about to say something controversial. We're fucking actors.
Right.
We're actors. Who gives a shit? Like, this pisses me off. It really does. They went after immersion because we have to do different characters. We have to do 5 different voices. I'm like, listen, I'm going to be a Hispanic character. I'm also going to be a white character. I'm also going to be
I always took issue with that. I always felt like you
Of
shouldn't.
course you should.
Don't steal roles from white
But
people.
I'm like, we're actors. Oh my God. We're going to get to the point where it's like Ali can only play Hispanic actors.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
and I'm like, no, I'm a fucking actor.
I played Hispanic characters before.
Yeah, I've played all kinds of different characters.
well, it was like back at in the tavern days when I would do loot, I was so over the top effeminate because the character was gay, and I felt like but he didn't have to be. But I always felt like I'm doing so stereotypical that I'm gonna do. He's completely effeminate, but hardcore heterosexual.
Yeah.
So like I would.
You did that here too at Sleuth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do that with,
Yeah. Because again, like I didn't want. It was the stereotype more that I was worried about. Not like, I'll play a gay man or whatever. But yeah, it's when you hit those stereotypes that I'm like, ugh, like they've done it here. Like I don't want to. Well, I don't want to say where, but like the Mop-Away character. I always felt like that was.
No, they've done a lot of stuff, but like where they get in trouble with like stereotypes and you're making it completely stereotypical. I get that, but like with going back to Cleveland again, another unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say
Going back
this
to Cleveland,
or not Cleveland, Apu.
Cleveland,
Right.
going back to Cleveland.
But when you,
I don't think so.
but when you, sorry, you interrupted for that crap. You fucking killed my energy for that shit.
We were
It's
in
not
unison.
even. It's California. Oh God, never mind. So it's not Cleveland.
Going back to Cleveland.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think so.
So
A white
going back to Cleveland.
performer.
Yeah, and the white performer. But just the voice and everything like that, or not Cleveland, Apu. Are you saying there aren't any? We're not
Oh, no,
saying.
no, no,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. So like when if I do a joke on stage, or if somebody does a joke about a maid or a gardener being
Right.
Hispanic, I'm like, yeah, that shit does exist.
Right.
So it just so happens that this one owns a store. We're not saying all people own stores.
Right.
We're saying this character does. That's where I think we go too far with things.
I agree.
I'm like, it's just, no, I'm not saying that every Indian person owns a 7-Eleven, but this one does.
And if they do, good for them.
they're
7-Eleven's bringing a
business
lot of
owners.
money.
But I mean, like I agree with you. I think actors are actors and what have you. There was a really funny story that I'd heard about Rick and Morty. So there's a writer. She's a writer and a director out in California. She's an Asian woman. Gosh, what is her name?
James Earl Jones.
No,
Trish Takanawa.
So, but in the episode, one of the episodes, the Pickle Rick episode of Rick and Morty,
Great episode.
they have. She wrote that episode.
Okay.
And she is Asian American, so she wrote a character as Asian American. The psychiatrist who Dr. Wong, and they cast Susan Sarandon as the role. And I'm like, oh, you know what? That's kind of funny though, because they do bits about it. But also it's like this woman who wrote the script was like, there are no Asian characters in the show. I want to put some sort of representation in. And so she was like, Dr. Wong, there we go. I've done it.
All right, tangential guy moment. I'm going off on a tangent.
Let's do it.
Susan Sarandon, was she ever hot?
Yes.
Is she
Yes.
hot?
Yes.
When
Yes.
was she the hottest?
Rocky
She was
Horror
the
Picture
hottest.
Show.
No. Bull Durham.
Thelma and
Bull Durham.
Louise.
Bull Durham.
All right, yeah,
She
Bull
was
Durham.
sexy in Bull Durham.
Bull Durham. I might give you Bull Durham.
Oh, she was sexy as hell in Bull Durham.
Although you got a good point with Rocky Horror though.
Yeah, no, she was hot as hell in Rocky Horror, but I feel she matured
sexy.
more and was sexy in
Yes.
Bull Durham.
There are people though who say she's not sexy at all. They just don't
No,
see.
and that's their opinion.
Yeah,
And
no,
they're probably-
a lot of people.
They're
though.
probably 20.
Like, because I find her sexy, and I when I bring it up, people go, "What?"
I also feel like she shouldn't have been played by a white guy though.
See, I disagree. He did a great job.
Yeah.
On the Cleveland show.
Anyway,
Going back to
Angelina
Cleveland,
is like-
Cleveland, going back to Cleveland.
I
I don't think so.
It's Callie. So anyway, what was I going to say? Like Angelina Jolie,
Yeah.
she's hit or miss for me.
Right.
Like there are times where I go, "That's hot,"
Yeah.
and then there are a lot of times like, "Nope, I don't see it. I don't see the attraction." It's just weird.
She never's a miss for me. She's always a hit.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie always works.
Angelina Jolie's never that. Brad Pitt now.
Oh yeah,
All right,
Selma
then.
Hayek.
That guy. Oh,
has
Selma
never been-
Hayek.
Yes,
Never been-
yes.
You know what's
a miss for
was
me.
weird for me
Oh.
is Selma Hayek
From
is
Dusk
gorgeous.
Till Dawn.
Oh, the
Oh,
Or
my
Dogma,
God.
Dogma, where
Dogma,
she's
yes.
serendipity.
Oh.
Oof.
I have to just
God.
She mentioned Selma Hayek. All of a sudden, I have to turn everyone's microphone down.
Listen,
is
it's
Cinco de
not
Mayo.
our fault.
It
It's
is
not
Cinco
our
de Mayo,
fault. Selma
so-
Hayek deserves
Oh.
it.
But you know
good
what
Lord.
creeped me out was, and this is one of those things that I've been hyper, like as a writer who directs things, I'm always been hyper aware of this. And from Dusk Till Dawn, Quentin Tarantino, who wrote it, cast himself in a role,
Yeah.
and then chooses Selma Hayek to drink and suck on her toes. I was like, that's weird that you're directing this, and this was all your
He's got
idea.
his own foot thing too.
Yeah, did you? I know, and I'm like, did you just fucking write this show so you
This
could
whole thing,
suck
just-
You know
Selma
what? I
Hayek's
raised
feet?
my glass to him. I raised my glass to him.
Raise a glass to Quentin.
He lives the life we want to live.
And
There was
that's one
a-
to grow on.
A show that I did in town years ago that I wrote, and I originally planned on directing it, but then a local actress who just moved away, Beth Marshall, she wanted to direct it, and I
Where'd
was
she
like,
move to?
Portland or
somewhere like
somewhere
that.
up there. Yeah.
She's going to do great in Portland.
She's awesome.
But the there when she said, "I want you to do the role," there's like a sex scene in it, and I was like, okay, well, as long as I'm not directing it, because I don't want it. I don't want people in the audience to go, "This fucking pervert
Yeah.
So
grinding on this girl."
Yeah.
I used to do a couple of projects. I've done a couple of projects back in the day with this guy, and I'm not going to say his name, but I will go MV, and you know who
Michael
he is.
Vick.
Yes, yes. But he would, man, he was skeevy, man. He would bring people. I know he brought your ex-wife into an audition, and it was creepy for a film.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and it was just like, dude, you're only looking for like cute girls that you
Oh,
can.
yeah.
I'm like, and they were young. I'm like, this is creepy, man. And yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no, I didn't.
I mean,
didn't like
I
it.
feel. I mean, you got the whole what's his name, the producer.
Oh, yeah.
What? God, man, my brain is
Epstein
not
works
working.
as well.
Epstein.
But
No, not Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
No,
no,
the
no,
producer,
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
wow. I didn't realize how
yeah.
close those names were.
Yeah, the thing that's like, he was doing that for so long. And did you ever see the video of Seth MacFarlane just calling him out on stage at an award show?
No.
No.
Yeah, like years beforehand.
Oh, wow.
He said stuff like about him like inappropriate relationships and touching women who don't want it, and
Mhm.
and like it was like the Bill Cosby thing. I'd heard the stories about Bill Cosby
comedians knew it
in the
forever.
90s.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, everyone was like, what?
Yeah, Hannibal was like, I didn't break this story. I'm just,
Yeah.
for some reason, it came out with me saying it. Comics had been saying it for a long time.
Right.
Now, what is the story with Elmo? The guy who
Some
The guy who
dude
does
puts his
his-
hand up his butt
No.
every performance.
The guy who does
Yeah,
his
Elmo
voice.
gets fisted every performance.
No, the guy Kevin Clash. That guy. Apparently, there's some controversy around him as well.
Oh.
You ever heard anything about that?
I remember there was something that happened.
Yeah,
I don't remember
vaguely.
My brain. Yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
For some reason,
All right. Well, we should start wrapping things up because we got to bring in some people.
Okay.
So, Ed, what did you learn today?
I just learned something about Kevin Clash, and I'm not sure I should say it on the podcast. But if you want to learn something that is shocking about the guy who did the voice for Elmo, yeah, just
Allegedly.
look at Kevin Clash controversy on Google. Woof. That's what I learned.
Okay, that's dark. Ali, what did you learn today?
I learned something pretty important. I learned that Jason
Oh.
and Ed think Cali is Cleveland.
Because we're going back to Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland. Going back to Cleveland.
Cali.
I don't think so.
Jason,
Yeah.
what did you learn today?
I learned that I apparently have a lot of fetishes for a lot of different women,
Yeah.
real and fake, and they've all come out on
Yeah.
this show. So that's
Oh,
all I've talked about.
and I've learned something too. I've learned that you have a thing for women with throat cancer.
Oh, the sisters? They're even better.
Oh my God.
All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 8 p.m. Ali, do you have anything coming up?
June 3rd, I'll be headlining a show at Hagen O'Reilly's in Winter Garden, Florida. May 16th, I have 2 stand-up comedy grad shows happening at SAC if you're in Orlando, 7 and 9 o'clock. May 21st, I have my level 2 SAC grad show, and that's be at 7 o'clock as well.
Jason, you have anything coming up?
I do. I have a show that I'm producing, directing, and starring in, and I wrote it.
And you're going to suck on someone's feet.
and I'm going to be sucking on someone's feet. It's called The Bloody Hatchet.
Wound.
Look for it at the Fringe Festival.
The
this
Buddy
year.
Hackett?
It's the Buddy Hackett. And yeah.
And where can people find you?
They can find me at Acting Jason on all the socials.
And Ali?
At Comedic Actor on all the socials.
Ed, where can people find you?
P.O. Box 3492, New Rochelle, New York, 12590.
And you guys can find me in Cleveland.
Going back to Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland.
We'll see you
Going
guys
back
next
to
week.
Cleveland.
Bye.
I don't think so.
Bye.